All right, Shalom. Before I begin with this lesson, I just want to say, Call Halam La, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Hawakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and others, a great millstone that have taught me this truth and I rule well. Salutation to you, Akim, spread abroad the four winds of the earth, four winds of the earth that truly believe in his doctrine and that seek this world with all truth and sincerity. Shalom to the elect, peace and blessing to the elect. Hey, this is Brother Mashiach coming back at you on another lesson to the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the true name of the Heavenly Father, who the whole world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai, and Yahweh Shai, the beloved Son, who the whole world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. All right, Shalom. All right, just coming back at you with another quick lesson, man, through the Spirit. All right, Lord's will, this lesson will be edifying and exhorting to the ones that hear. All right, and I was just meditating upon this lesson that just taking heed to the words of the Lord, man. Just taking heed to this thing, man. Examining ourselves daily, because we know this thing is a fight. This fight is not carnal. It's spiritual. This is a spiritual fight, and we fight, man. We fight through the Spirit. All right, and we just got to make sure, first and foremost, always starting with myself. We just got to make sure that hey, man, that we get into this, man. Keeping the Lord's words within our minds, man, within our hearts. But let me see. I just want to get this. I'm gonna start off right here. All right, it's gonna be a quick lesson, not too long. So just a quick lesson, man. Let me see. The Lord's will is edifying and exhorting. This is Deuteronomy chapter 6 and 1. Now these are the commandments, the statutes, and the judgments which the Lord your power commanded to teach you, that you might do them in the land whither ye go to possess it. Verse 2, that thou mightest fear the Lord thy power, to keep all his statutes, Salakia, to keep all his statutes and his commandments, which I command thee. All right, read that again. To keep all his statutes and his commandments, which I command thee. Okay, and that's our whole duty, man. As it says in Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. All right, what is our whole duty? All right, what does it say? What is our conclusion of the whole matter? Is that we fear Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and keep his commandments, right? And that is basically what it's saying right there. All right. It says, which I command thee, that thou and thy son and thy son's son all the days of thy life, and that thy days may be prolonged. All right. And as long as we're doing that, man, we'll be good. What I'm saying? It says, in that thy days may be prolonged, because we will always have a protection, a hedge, round about us, man. Because it says that thou mightest fear the Lord thy power. Okay, yes, like I said, we got to fear. All right, that's first and foremost. We got to fear Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, to keep all his statutes and his commandments, which of course we all know we're in this flesh and is subject unto sin. We're not perfect, man, but we rehearse the righteous acts. By us rehearsing the righteous acts, we're showing Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, all right, that we fear him, Yeah, we slip, we fuck up, all that, man. But we get back up and we keep pushing, we keep moving. You know what I'm saying? You know. All right. We gotta, you know, just making sure the Lord, you know, that these words is always in our hearts, man. You know, meditating on the Lord's words day in and day out, man. You know, sunrise and sunset on the daily, man. You know, verse 3, hear therefore, O Israel, and observe to do it. You know, hear and do it. You know, that it may be well with thee, and that ye may increase mightily, as the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, power of thy fathers, hath promised thee, in the land that floweth with milk and honey. Verse 4, hear, O Israel. All right, hear you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. All right, talking to you. You are Israel. Hear, O Israel, the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, our power is one Lord. All right, and as you say in the Hebrew, man, it's Shammai, Yasha Allah, Yahweh, Allahayanawa, Yahweh Echad. All right, that's what that means, man. All right, hear, O Israel, the Lord, our power is one. All right, we all know there's no other gods besides Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. All right, it's the Most High, man. That's the only power. That's the only God. All right, all the gods of the nation are idols, man. All right, and we supposed to be into this thing, not to where everybody else is in, man. Not being conformed in this world, you know, partaking in all the abomination and all the vanity, you know, that's an abomination, and that's the displeasing sight unto the Lord, man. You know, verse 5, Deuteronomy chapter 6 and 5, thou shalt love the Lord thy power with all thine heart. All right, so and that's you meditating, being in the secret place. You know, it said you should love the Lord with all thine heart, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, by being in His word, by worshiping Him in spirit and in truth. All right, but this is the only true spirit. This is the only truth. All right. Yeah, it says with all thine heart and with all thy soul and with all thy might. You know, with all thy might, man. All right, because you can't go far enough. Okay, verse 6. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart. Okay, it says shall be in thine heart, day in, day out, man. Sunrise, sunset. You know, always having the Lord on your mind. You know, always thinking about the Lord, always thinking about this word. You know what I'm saying? You know, because hey, man, at the end of the day, the spirit and the flesh is contrary to one another, man. You know, it's always a constant fight. You know what I'm saying? You know, the spirit, the flesh is weak, but the spirit is willing. All right. And yeah, sometimes, and we catch ourselves when we're probably doing something more. But we just gotta be like, fuck that shit, put this shit down for right now. And man, I need to get into this word. I need to get fed. All right. I need to build. All right. I need to make sure my inward man is being renewed day by day by washing myself spiritually with this word, man. Making sure these words are in my mind. You know, always meditating on it, always bringing it out. You know what I'm saying? You know, searching the scriptures. That's marking these words with your heart, man. with your mind by being in it day in and day out. All right, let's get this. Let me see. Did I lose it? Salakia, bear with me, Baba Kashar. Bear with me. Okay, let's get this right here. This is Psalms 19 and 14. In fact, let me go to this. Okay. Psalms 19 and 14. It reads, Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. All right, I don't think that's the one I wanted. But yeah, that's a good one too. It says, let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, my strength and my redeemer. All right. And this is King David talking. What did he mean by that? Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight. That whatever comes out your mouth, you know, it's always heavenly talk. It's always spiritual talk. It's always you always talking about the Lord. You know, talking about these words, man. You know, bringing out these words. You know, having our conversation in heaven. All right. And it said, and the meditation of my heart, that our minds are always, what it says, that saying, where your heart is, that also is your treasure, or where your treasure is, your heart will be also. Something like that. You get what I'm trying to say. But that's basically what that is. You're always thinking upon the words of the Lord, man. Actually, let's just get this right here, man. All right, because, you know, a classic, but always good to bring out. And I got one more, and I'm gonna wrap it up. Let me see. Yeah, straight to the point. We all know this, Joshua chapter 1 verse 8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth. See, this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth. You know, keep not silence. You know, always talking about this word, always bringing out this word, man. You know, it shall not depart out of our mouth. We should be talking about this and thinking upon this, the words of the Lord every day, man. You know, it says, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night. See, meditate therein day and night. You know, always having the Lord on your mind. You know, always having these scriptures always having these scriptures marked in your heart, man. You know, because this is the true treasure. You know, this is what should be our desire. You know, of course, we got desires in the flesh and stuff like that, but really this should be the most desire. You know, but this desire is heavenly, it's rich, it's not from this realm. You know, desire wisdom, desire understanding. All right, desire knowledge. You know, always desire to want to get more and more and more. You know, because it's good. You know, and at the end of the day, it'll benefit us, man. It says that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. All right. And as long as we're doing what we're doing for the Lord, hey, man, the Lord is always going to be right there, man. Every step of our walk, no matter what we go through, no matter how messed up it may seem, you know, through these trials and man, that we go through the adversity. All right, no matter what it is, good or bad, You know what I'm saying? It's lucky. Then got distracted by some shit, man. Hold on. Salakia. But yeah. And it says, and then thou shalt have good success. You know? Yes, we're gonna take L's, but we're gonna take wins too, man. You know, we will have good success. As long, you know, we'll have good success in things, man. You know, as long as we observe to do according to all to all that is written therein. You know, what the Lord is telling us to do is not hard, man. You know, it's not impossible. It's really simple and easy what the Lord wanted to do. Serve Him, you know, worship Him in spirit and truth, you know, and serve Him, man. That's it, man. You know, be about Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Be about the Lord's business. You know. Now let's get this straight to the point. I'm gonna wrap it up. This is Sirach, also known as Ecclesiasticus, chapter 16 and verse 24. It reads, "My son, hearken unto me." All right, hearken unto me, and learn knowledge. And how do you learn knowledge? By taking heed to these words. You know, by tuning in to the videos, you know, by tuning in to the epistles, you know what I'm saying? That brothers bring in and day out, you know, the videos, you know, the lessons, you know, that's how you learn knowledge, you know, because we all need teachers. All right. You need a teacher to teach you this thing correctly. Okay? And it says, and mark my words with thy heart. And mark my words with thy heart. And like again, how do you mark the Lord's words with your heart? By meditating therein day and night. By taking heed. You know? By wanting to learn more knowledge, man. You know, staying in the secret place. You know, staying close to the waters. You know what I'm saying? You know, being a doer and not a hearer only. You know, that's how you that's you marking the Lord's words with your heart, man. By doing what He says. You know what I'm saying? Being about Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, being about this word. You know. Not just a hearer, but also a doer. You know what I'm saying? You know, just showing effort to the Lord, man. You know, hey, working on your own salvation with fear and trembling. That's marking these words with your heart, man. You know, by doing what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Examining yourself. You know? But yeah, man, I just wanted to bring that out. Lord's will is edifying and exhorting, you know, through the Spirit. But hey, with that, I just want to say, call him La, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Howard Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and others, a great millstone. Shalom to the elect. Peace and blessings to the elect. Until next time, shalom.